So where is Jesus right now? May peace be upon him. He is alive. He is in heaven. He is with Allah. We believe he is going to come back. Allah says,
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Before Adam,
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. As you see, we have a very interesting topic, and the Muslims, they are going to help us today to understand how Muslims see things in the world. If we ask a Muslim, where is Jesus right now? The answer will be, Jesus right now is in heaven. And if we ask them why, each one of them, he will give you different answer, as simple as that, you know. Don't expect much from a Muslim to answer, because a Muslim himself, he do not know. A Muslim is a repeater. He is not really a learner or somebody he have answers. None of them knows even why they are Muslims. They don't know even who is their God, and we prove it to you every day and every time we come here. They don't know what the word Allah mean. They do not know what the word Sulaiman mean. They do not know what the word Abraham mean. They have no idea. Islam, because Islam is a counterfeit religion, therefore everything is a theft and everything is meaningless. So today we are going to ask the question, why Jesus is right now in heaven, yet Muhammad is in the ground. You know, when a sheikh he go and he speak loud and clear, and he is sure, and he say this.
so where is Jesus right now? May peace be upon him. He is alive. He is in heaven. He is with Allah. We believe he is going to come back. Allah says.
So we believe he is going to come back. Where is Jesus right now? He is in heaven. Where is Muhammad right now? Under our feet. Today we will take calls from both Christians and Muslims. Usually we take only from Muslims, but today is Sunday, so I decided to give some Christians a chance to talk, because some of them, they are, you know, upset because we don't give them a chance to call. And actually we did once give them a chance to call. They called, and then second time we say it's Christian can call, nobody called, so I stopped doing it. But it's okay, we will try. Let me open my Skype. And remember, the topic is why Jesus in heaven and why Muhammad is not. Why Jesus is coming back and why Muhammad is not. So if you are a Muslim, do your best to explain to us. If you are a Christian, well, tell us why you think Jesus is in heaven right now and why he is back. Look, you know, here it looked like, you know, we both of us, we believe in the same return. But the Muslim, they create their own false fiction reasoning. As an example, Jesus would come to kill a pig. Look like Jesus have nothing to do except fighting a pig. I mean, this is how silly this stupid religion is. They have a God who is his enemy, is a pig, a lizard, and a dog. My Skype is open right now. We have a Muslim calling me names, but this is just from yesterday, maybe. Or maybe today, but very early in the morning. This guy did not sleep. This guy, he was calling me names since very early morning. Let me call him. We're trying to call this Abdul and see if he can tell me why he's calling me names. He's not answering. Give him a chance. All right, look like he just wanna call names. But he is not answering. My Skype right now is open. If you are a Christian or a Muslim, you can text me. Just tell me when you call, when you text, you are Christian, because I don't go by names. Muslim, they use names. They, they play taqiyya. Okay. We have a message from somebody from, I don't know from where. He is saying thank you, and he is thanking Amir, our friend Amir from Germany. He is saying he left Islam because he was watching our videos. Okay. Okay. But unfair to Allah to punish the Jews for wandering. Yeah, let us see, even this is different, this is not our topic, but we can show you, this is a, this is a guy, his name, the one he's talking about him in his message, he's saying that there is a German, he's a Muslim convert, he was speaking against my book, saying, what is unfair for Allah to punish the Jews by wandering through the desert for 40 years as a result of their refusal to go to war against the giant? It shows that in order for the Jews to be righteous in the eyes of Allah, they need to kill the giants and take the Holy Land. And then only then would Allah like the Jews. The thing is, which shows I read too, the same story can be found in the Bible, the book of Numbers, where God punished the people for not following his commands. He pointed out that it says in the Quran, the punishment is unfair, which should be the same in the Bible. But we believe that the God does not make mistakes, never unfair. How do you mention? My friend, the answer is very simple. The God of Islam, he is the one. The Muslims, they keep saying, Palestine, unfair, Palestinian, unfair. So we are talking here. We are responding to the stupidity of those Abdul. If it's fair, then it's fair. If it's unfair, then it's not fair. You don't change your opinion. I'm not talking about the Bible now. I'm talking about their fiction and their lies. If the Israeli taking the land is unfair, then you should maintain your position and say it's unfair. So it was fair then, not fair now. So, people, they are silly. And this guy is a stupid, did not get the point. The point is that the Muslims, they say unfair. It's not me saying unfair. God, he ordered them. God, they do. And actually, God, he punished them for not following him. And actually, he punished them always for not obeying. So this is not me saying unfair. The Muslim is the one who say unfair, and then they cry for today. They say, look what the Israeli are doing. So I hope I answered you. I'm answering their stupidity and their hypocrisy. Either it was fair and Allah, he gave them the land and the land is their land, or it was not fair from the beginning, because taking a land of somebody, and by the way, those Arab there are not the Palestinian, they have nothing to do with them. All of us, we knew that the first time the Arab, they came to that land, when Umar al-Khattab, he went there, and you can read, go and read the Pact of Umar. At that time, not a single person in that land speak Arabic. So where is the Arab? You know, you have to be smart, and you have to be vigilant, otherwise they can fool you. So the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan is beyond imagination. It is fair at that time to, you know, if I remember once I was talking to a Muslim sheikh, I said to him why it was fair at that time to kill them. He says because they are not Muslims. But see the hypocrisy? So this is not about land, this is about Muslims. If you are a Muslim, you can take the land of others and nobody can take it back from you. If you are not a Muslim, we can kill you. So it's fair or unfair. The word fair for Muslims is about killing non-Muslims. It's fair. If you want to kill Muslim, it's unfair. So Islam is against human rights, and they don't have ethic. The ethic is zero. The ethic change, depends who you are talking about. Again, guys, focus with Muslim on the topic. Until now, nobody is really, you know, joining us with the topic. Why Jesus is in heaven and Muhammad is not? A very simple question. We challenge all the Muslims to join us and to tell us why Muhammad not in heaven. Anyone? I am a Muslim. I want to discuss with you. Okay, let's see this Muslim. But this is like, look like it's an old text, little bit, a few hours ago, or maybe this is from Friday. Okay. Let's try to call him. He is not online. Any Muhammadan? See, we say Christians, they can join us, nobody join. When we say only Muslim and Muslim Christians, they complain. It's impossible, you know, to make people happy. It doesn't matter what you do, really. I mean, if God could not make them happy, who can make them happy? Nobody. Ex-Muslim can call and ask about Baya. We have a topic, you know, we don't want to change the topic. If you want to call to speak about the topic, why Jesus in heaven, why Muhammad is not? Yeah, welcome. I don't want to change the topic. As simple as that. Anyone? Any Muslim? Muslims are very knowledgeable about religion, about their religion, as long they speak to somebody he knows nothing about it. The second you speak to somebody he knows Islam very well, the Muslims, they change their attitude and they say, I don't know. I don't know. If you go and see this guy, his name is Safaris, who calls me Safaraz, who called me, you know, just less than 24 hours ago. You see the comment. I mean, the guy, he don't stop making comment and the answer of the scholars and the answer and the refutation. The second you put him in the microphone, he's a, you know, the poo-poo is coming. I don't know. To be honest with you, I do not know. And now they do not know. Because you will see in 2 seconds that all the excuse they give us doesn't make any sense and stupid. Why is Jesus in heaven? Can I speak about how so many Muslims commit incest? I met many who married to their cousins. Well, according to Muslim, this is not incest, you know, so, you know, this is not really, but incest is in the Quran. You see, in the Bible, we have a story of the daughters of Lot, who they had sex with their father, but this is not him marrying them. They made him drunk, which means the two girls are doing an evil act. And supposedly the excuse is because there's no men around and they were afraid they will not have a children. However, the Quran teach incest by saying if you have a daughter out of adultery, out of marriage, sorry, from adultery, you can have sex with her and you can have sex with her mother, because her mother, she is already not a wife and the daughter is not a wife. So as long both of them, they are from sexual relationship, which is not legal in Islam, so therefore you can have sex with the daughters, literally, you know. And actually, even Islamic sect, the biggest Islamic sect, it says it clearly, there's no punishment for somebody marrying his mother or his sister or his daughter or his grandmother, even if he knew that they are who they are, which means he knew that she is his grandmother, he knew she is his mother, he knew that she is his sister. And if a Muslim would say this is a lie, I can show you the reference in 2 seconds. However, this is not our topic. We want to focus on our topic today. I don't know why people, they want to talk about everything except my topic. There is no penalty in Islam for marrying your mother. You marry her. Literally, you marry her. And this is the teaching of one of the biggest Islamic Sunni sect. Now the Muslim, they will say, well, it doesn't mean that it's legal for him, but there's no penalty. As long as he didn't marry her, he did not sleep with her, well, why you want a penalty? Why the penalty will be for? Hmm? Let us see if I can show you some reference so people will not say. Even if you have sex with the goat, even if you have sex, let us see, we have some comment. Hey guys, if you have a question, don't send it to me in Skype. Send it to me in the chat. I mean, this Skype is for people who want to call me. And look, like, you know, we said if you are a Christian, text me so I will call you. Text me so I will call you, not to have a conversation in Skype. If you have something to say, you can say it in the chat in YouTube. Where is the prophecy in Torah? We have a Muslim, let us call him. Maybe we got a fish. Let us see. The funny, the Muslims, they have the courage to send me text message, but they don't have the courage to answer or to answer my Skype call. He's not answering. The only one who wanna talk is Safaraz. But this guy, he says, I don't know. If I take a caller from Safaraz now, he will say to me, I do not know. Let us take Safaras, as long you Christians are in a sleep mood. So don't complain and say Christian friends don't take our calls. Here we go. We give you a chance. 0 of you, not even a single one, text me, said I want to call. We will call Safaraz. He is not answering. Let us mute the microphone, the ring, until he answer. Okay, Safaraz is not answering. Look like nobody want to talk today. I better go and have some coffee and, you know, take care. Why cannot you get me busted? Why you want me to call? Because you made a... I mean, look at those silly people. They say to me, why you want me to... So why, don't you have a... You are the one who want to get us busted. So when we call, you refuse my call? They say, why can't you get me busted with why you want me to call? Because we want to show everybody. Maybe you can get me busted. We will see. Let us call you again. Don't be a coward. And you call yourself a strawberry. What his name? No, his name is what? Shaweb Habababu Zazu. Okay. So why you don't dare to call and give me the question? I mean, are you coward to the point you don't dare even to speak to me? Potato. Let us see. When you say you want me to call, you better to say to me first you are a Muslim or a Christian. So we will know we are calling Christian from the beginning or we are calling a Muslim. The one who is afraid to answer, look at this potato. He's saying to me, you're afraid to answer. I'm calling him, and I am the one who's afraid, and he rejects my call. I mean, just to show you the stupidity of this religion. I am the one who called him, and he is saying, I am afraid to answer his question. I mean, do you see the stupidity? And he refused to answer. Oh, well, no. Stupidity is amazing. Anyway. Okay, let's see. We have somebody want to talk about our topic.
Hello?
Yes, our sister, go ahead.
Hi, CP. I just want to say thank you so much for what you do every day. You know, but I would like to speak a little bit on the topic. I only have like 2 sentences for this. I just think it simply comes down to Muhammad is a mere mortal, and Christ lives for eternity at the right hand of the Father. He is seated at his throne on the right side of the Father.
But why he is there? What do you think? Why he is there?
Because Christ is the Son of the God, part of the Holy Trinity.
Okay.
You know, living with the Lord for all eternity.
So because of he is divine, he go where divine belong, right?
Exactly.
This is why Jesus said, I'm from above, you are from below, right?
Exactly.
So he go back where he came from. So the Messiah simply, the Bible explained very well, that we have a Lord and he is our Lord, he is our maker. And you are from below, I am from above. And no Muslim can explain why Jesus will say, if he is just a prophet, why he say, I'm from above. You know, I mean, aren't you a human like us? So when Jesus says, and the Muslim, they say to us, where Jesus says, I'm God, worship me. I mean, what do you want more? So for Jesus is divine, the Messiah, and he is going to live and he is alive forever. And nobody, you know, when we say the Messiah was killed in the cross, this was the flesh. But this is the flesh was a temporary flesh because Jesus was exist, the Messiah was exist before his birth. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct, yeah.
But, you know, so when the Muslim, they say, if Jesus is God, how you can kill God? What do you think? You can answer them.
Oh, how you can kill God?
Yeah. Because God, Jesus is God, right? And you are a Christian. Let's say I'm a Muslim, and I'm like trying to put you in the corner now. And okay, how Jesus is God and somebody can kill God?
Well, God sent Jesus to
God the Father,
redeem us.
God the Father.
Yeah, God the Father
Yeah.
sent Jesus to redeem us, and it was part of God's divine plan that he knew from the beginning.
You know, still, I will be a Muslim now. I will be stubborn. I will say you did not answer me how you can kill God. Because if he is God, how you can kill him? What you can say? Because this is, you say it's a plan, so God sent him. Well, God, you know, God the Father, he sent him to save the world. And, you know, the Bible says even that Jesus, he don't want the crucifixion to be happening, right? And he said, let your will be done, right? So, people, they plan to kill him. People, they want to kill him. It's not Jesus coming to kill himself. Jesus did not commit suicide, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So still, if a Muslim asks you how you can kill God, how we can answer?
Well, he gave up his throne, and he, you know.
Jesus said, you know, you're right. He says, nobody can take myself. I lay down myself, right? By myself.
Right.
So Jesus himself, nobody can kill Jesus if Jesus don't want them to be able to do so. So he said, I lay down myself and nobody can take it. Nobody. And in the same time, if Jesus can be not to be accepted to be God for being killed, will Jesus beat all the claims by resurrection?
Yes.
Because you cannot kill God. Here we go. Jesus is back. I shot him, I kill him, and then he come back to me. And I shot him and I kill him, and then he come back to me. So if the claim is that Jesus cannot be God, well, then he's a man. Then a man, he will die. We kill him, he stay there. So, so the Muslims, simply, their question is a question of hypocrisy. They don't notice that they themselves, when they say you cannot kill God, they are saying that Jesus is God because Jesus in Islam was not killed and nobody was able to kill him, correct?
Right.
So the same reasoning they use to reject Jesus to be God is the same reasoning should be accepted to accept Jesus as God then. Because if you don't accept that Jesus is God, if he is God, he can be killed. Well, in your religion, Jesus never been killed and he is now in heaven, so he must be God. Anything you want to else you want to add?
No, that's all. Thank you so much, CP.
Thank you, sister. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
See here the hypocrisy. So, you know, like Islam is a religion of hypocrisy. It is a religion of a hypocrite God, a hypocrite prophet. You know, have you ever heard of a prophet? He make rules above the rules, which means he has his own rules, sexual rules, marriage rules, money rules. He's above. All cult leaders, they share one thing. They make a special privilege for their private parts, special privilege for their pocket, special privilege for their family. As an example, when Ali wanted to marry a new wife, a second wife, in the top of the daughter of Muhammad, he said to him, not my daughter. You cannot do that to my daughter. Here you see how hypocrite this man is. Not my daughter. Isn't it, this is the privilege of every Muslim? He can have 4 wives. So what do you mean, not my daughter? Hypocrite man. All right. We don't want silly text and silly comment. I will block you. Let us see here. You are scared of your own book. Well, we call you. You want to talk about my book? Let us talk about my book. You see, when a Muslim, he says, he make a claim. And the Muslim, they are very funny people. They don't know their book, and they claim that they knew our book. And the second we call them, let us call him again. Let us call this guy again. Here we go. You see, just to show you how potatoes they are, how coward they are, they only challenge and debate those who do not know. The second we say, and don't talk about monkeys. Yesterday we have Zafaras, and he agreed that monkeys are Muslims. So don't talk about monkeys, my friend. if you are man enough to answer, you can ask me your question. Potatoes. And they say to you, why you call them potatoes? Potatoes. Let me block you. If you are not, you don't even dare to say, speak to me by voice, you know, by a mic, you are just a potato. Let us see here. All right. We will take another person. Hello?
Good evening.
Hey, my friend, how are you? God bless you.
I'm fine. I'm a Christian.
All right. So what do you think about our topic? What do you want to share?
Yeah, I actually wanted to say something different from the topic. I'm so sorry for that. It's about Allah's prayer. I was listening to Rob Christian yesterday on his live show when he said Allah prayed. Of course, I know that in the Quran that Allah prayed.
My friend, we want people to focus with us on our topic because this is not, we are not kids. We want people to focus and focus. Changing topic. This is not my interest right now. I mean, if we are talking about Allah praying, we will talk about Allah praying. Why you want to change? I mean, you have nothing to say about this topic?
I'm not changing the topic. I wanted to ask, like, you should throw more light on what dua really means because no one talked about dua, and I understand yet I can also make contribution, but I just want you to throw light on the word dua, salah, and because he said dua is a supplication, and that's why I just wanted to get the clarification.
Yeah, but what does have to do now with our topic? Go ahead, give me my topic. When we are done with this one, when we are done with our topic, and I say anyone have any question, then you can join us.
Okay, I just wanted to ask this. I'm sorry about.
No problem. So, do you have anything to say about the topic?
The topic, like Christ's resurrection, because this is the foundation of our Christian doctrine, and I believe if Jesus Christ didn't die and rose from the dead, there will be no Christianity and there will be no salvation of the Christian faith. The essence, he came in form of a man. He came in the form of a man was because he wanted to save mankind, because the Bible declares that the blood of goats and bulls could not wash away the sins of man. So he had to come himself to become a sacrificial lamb for us. But in as much as he came, he was also the same person that resurrected himself. So I do not think that Jesus committed suicide like the many Muslims will think. He didn't commit suicide. The Bible says that he was resurrected from the dead by the glory of the Father, which is the Holy Spirit. So he came, he died, and then he was raised again from the dead. And this is the whole essence of our salvation as Christians. And that's all I have to just say.
All right. Thank you very, very much for your input. Thank you, Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
And if you, later, after we finish, if somebody have different topic, you can, we say, if you have, we are done with this one, you can call, then you can call. We need to listen carefully here. You see, when the Muslims, they say Jesus commits suicide, that's their lie, because they themselves, they knew, even the Quran says that the Jews killed Jesus. So how that can he commit suicide? That is a stupid statement. If the Jews, they say, we killed the Messiah. Suicide is you killing yourself. But Muslims, in order to make a mockery of Christ, they love to make a mockery. Islam is an antichrist religion. It is satanic cult. And mockery is the way. That's why you see when a Muslim, he debate a Christian, the first thing he do mockery. And that will make him look like he is victorious. And the Muslim, they will think this way. So like when Mimi Hijab was debating David Wood is so nice. And that was very silly of his side, because he did not learn until now how to debate Muslims. Mockery is their way. Mockery. Their God is the God of mockery. Their God, he made the verses about the uncle of Muhammad making mockery. Bully. So you need to learn how Muslims think, and how their thinking is in one direction. But always you need to learn how to answer them, get them busted from their book. Because if you say to them verses from the Bible, they will say, ha, 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 you know, not even listening. Okay? So if we go in the Quran, you will see the Jews say clearly, we killed the Messiah. So a Muslim who says Jesus committed suicide, that is being silly, stupid against his book. But I'm not surprised a Muslim, he makes things against his book. And this is why I find always liberals, like in the West, in America, they are stupid the same as those who, you know, hold ideas without reading what is behind the idea. As an example, there's a woman, she made a picture from Yemen about herself in the hijab, and the American Congress, they put it in the Congress because this will stop the hate for the hijab. But they forgot that the same picture is the reason to go and take her to hell, because Muhammad, he said that the one who draw a picture, he will go to hell. So this woman, she is defending hijab by making a picture of herself. But Islam is against that anyway. So here you see the stupidity and the ignorance of people. People are the same as insect. You know, insect are a stupid creature. They go by color, or even sometimes they throw themselves in the fire thinking it's light. So a woman, she made a picture. We take the picture, and this is supposed to will stop hate against hijab. Why you will hate hijab? Hijab is a piece of clothes. But hijab is symbolic of harassment to women, of forcing them. If all the women, they want to wear hijab in the world by their own will, then let it be. But it is an obligation. It's a must. So stupidity is amazing. And always to fight stupidity, you should refute it from the source of stupidity. If you try to use different location, those people are stupid to listen to the location you are listening to. They have their source. Beat them from their source. Do we have anyone? Let us see. We have Safaraz. Let us see Safaraz. What Safaraz will say about why Muhammad not in heaven. Safaraz not answering. Let us mute the ring. All right, he is not answering again. Somebody saying that Christian Prince should know that a lot of Muslims left Islam because of they would. And a lot of Muslims, they became proud of Islam because of David Wood. All those who have big channels now, they are big because of David Wood. Mimi Hijab was challenging me. David Wood jump. Sheikh Uthman was challenging me, but he don't dare for sure, both of them. David Wood jump. And what happened? Their channel grows so crazy. What's your business? The guy is talking to me. So, if you do good, that's not an excuse to do bad in the same time. You do not know how to debate, obviously. You go there all the way to San Diego and you start talking about philosophy. What about asking a question is very embarrassing? And people, they get upset if I say that you do not know how to debate. Not a single debate. I mean, they don't know how to debate. Number one, rules of debate. Don't have a moderator. A Muslim, he hide behind the moderator. Secondly, open conversation. No time for you, no time for me. Number three, you have to be rude. Because as long as you are not rude, you did not say anything truthful yet. It got to hurt. What is the point of two people going in the stage to do, you know, fighting, boxing, and they both, or one of them, he don't want to hurt the other guy. So he do not know how to debate. It's a fact. He is very good in short videos. He can beat everybody in short videos. He goes straight to the point. He make very smart statements. He can beat everybody, including me. I cannot make short video like him. But in a debate, bingo, he is not there. And you can tell him that. I mean, I'm not saying that in his back. You can go and tell him. If he call us right now, I will tell him that too. So anyway, when we speak about a person, he is not doing good in debate, we are not putting him down. You know, he is way better than many Christians sitting at their home. They're doing nothing. They never even open their mouth. They don't even dare to open their mouth. So we're not putting the guy down. We are just trying to fix his way of debating. And he don't listen. He still don't listen. And he will never listen. When you are in a debate, you get the guy busted right away. And after we hang up, you go make them videos about answering the guy. So why you went all the way there? Can I call? I said Christians and Muslims can call. Our topic is, why Jesus in heaven? Do you need a permission? No, just text me in Skype and I will call you. Text and tell me I'm Christian. I'm not going even to say your name. And never waste your time trying to refute a Muslim from the Bible. It's a waste of time. If the guy don't believe it, why you want to read it? I mean, who is the silly here? You can explain the Bible for him for the coming 10 hours. The guy who will take a nap, he will say, you are done? Okay, your Bible is corrupt. But when you get him busted from his book, what he can do? This is why they don't dare to speak to me. When Mimi Hijab, he said to the Muslim, who you want me to debate? They said, the Christian Prince, he make a lot of Muslims. Did he debate me? The coward. He was so much intimidated to the point they prepared edited videos or audios. You don't dare to debate me. And hang up on him. Did you say that? I was quoting your stupid prophet, Mimi Hijab. That's what I said to him in his face. Shut up, you know, hang up on him. They don't even dare to hear it. No mercy with liars. No mercy with fabricators. No mercy with people who follow Satan, who promote Satan. Throw it in their face. Corinne Safaraz for the last time. If you don't answer now, I will send him to free shipping and hand it into Allah. Let us see. Look like he is playing games. He will not answer. Yes, Safaraz, how are you? Your camera is on, by the way. Yeah, I told you, sit in the phone so we can see your ass instead of seeing your face. All right. Leave it until the day of judgment. Leave what? Okay. Okay. How you know that Jesus is going to arrive? Okay. Why? Why? Why Damascus? Like he's from Syria, the guy? So Israel rejected him, so he will go to Damascus. Why he don't go to Mecca? Why he don't come back down to Mecca? Isn't it this is the holy land of Allah, where the house of Allah? Don't you see there is something stupid and silly there? If the Messiah is coming back, and the most holy place is Mecca, according to you Muslims, that's why you kiss the black stone. By the way, do you have a picture of you kissing the black stone? He will kill the Antichrist. We will talk about that, by the way. But I'm asking you why he will come back to the... You mentioned Damascus. Why Damascus, not Mecca?
Damascus, but we believe...
Okay, your voice was muted by mistake. So let us go back to zero. People did not hear you. Sorry for that. So you said to me, Jesus will come down where?
In the Damascus.
Damascus. Why?
Because the Imam Mahdi isn't be there.
And Mahdi is there in Damascus too?
No, he will be there.
He is coming there. And why Damascus?
We don't know, but it's that location where the Imam Mahdi isn't be the white mosque.
Look like the whole gang is there. So Imam Ali is coming to Damascus too?
No. Just the Imam Mahdi doesn't come first, and then the Antichrist, and then Jesus will come. So
who is this guy, Imam Mahdi?
Imam Mahdi be our Imam. He's gonna come to lead us until the Antichrist comes.
He will lead you until the Antichrist comes?
Dajjal is coming in.
Wait, if this guy Al-Mahdi, what Al-Mahdi mean?
Is it the righteous one? I think so.
And what he will do exactly? What his job?
His job is to make the Muslims more, righteous and rich and happier. And he's just come for a short time. He's gonna rule the Muslims, and then the Dajjal's gonna come, and then he's gonna cause havoc for 40 days, and then Isaa's gonna come.
Okay, where we can find this guy Al-Mahdi in the Quran?
He's not in the Quran. He's just in the...
Why is it in the Quran? Allah, he dropped him because he is silly and he's not important?
No, there are many people that are not mentioned in the Quran. Many people, many...
Because they are not important.
What do you mean they're not important?
Well, then mention to me why a person, he will not be mentioned if he's important. If I talk now to somebody about Islam, I will not mention to you. Who are you? You are nobody. I will mention Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are not important. You don't even know how to fix your phone, my friend. Your camera is on. So listen, you are not important. You are not mentioned. Jesus is important, is mentioned. So now I'm asking you, if Al-Mahdi's story is true as a part of the religion of Islam, why we cannot find it in the Quran? Hello? He's trying to fix his camera now. Are you there? No, your camera is off. Don't worry. It's on. You should worry. It's off. No worry. Are you there? What's wrong with this guy? So Faraz, are you there? Oh, come on, man! Don't waste my time.
Yes.
Stop playing with your phone. Like you bought this phone since 2 days ago, and until now you cannot stop, touching the screen.
Yeah.
Did you notice that this phone is saying to you, "Stop touching me"? So speak to me now. Why the Mahdi is not mentioned in the Quran? Don't you think this is a fabricated story added later to Islam?
It's not a fabricated story.
Okay, how Al-Mahdi is born? Is it true that he is born from the thigh of his mother?
Thigh of my mother?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that.
You never heard. Is it true that Al-Mahdi, if he fell down when he was a kid, he fell in his ass? And he never cried and he never fought?
Where you get that from?
I'm Christian Prince. Where are you from? You know nothing.
No.
You know nothing.
I said, that is not important for me. That's not important.
That's important. All of this is something you can prove to us that Islam is just a fiction. You add stories which is not there. Your Quran itself never mentions such a guy. You are trying simply to get away from the Messiah, trying to find some important characters. But who is this guy Al-Mahdi, and what he will do, and where is he? And he is supposedly the 12th Imam, isn't it? The 12, according to some Muslims, or he is number what? What his number is?
Nobody knows his number.
Is it true? Is it true that he disappeared in a cave?
No.
What do you
Nobody
mean? No,
knows.
no. Okay. Is Al-Mahdi is a person was alive before and he disappeared?
Listen, nobody knows.
Don't tell me nobody knows. What's wrong with you? Any kid can go right now and search for Al-Mahdi, and he will find that Al-Mahdi was a person who was exist, and the Caliphate kidnapped him, killed him, because he became important for many Muslims. And then those followers, they start making fiction that he disappeared, he's coming back, blah, 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 blah. He was born from the thigh of his mother, he's not like us, and he will come back with the Quran of Fatima, because this is the only true Quran. And you are telling me you do not know?
That's the bloody Shias. They're flipping crazy, isn't it?
Well, what is the difference between the bloody Shia and the bloody Sunni? Both of you, you have no backup for what you say. Okay, I'm asking you, show me the name of Al-Mahdi in the Quran.
He's not in the Quran.
That's mean you are the same as the Shia. Don't you Muslim Sunni, they add lies? Okay, let me ask you. When the Hadith, and you are a Muslim Sunni, says, when a Muslim Sunni, he prays, Shaitan, he come and take care from his anus, and he will not stop until he make him fart. Why that is okay for you, but the story of Al-Mahdi, which is a stupid story for the Shia, is not okay?
I'm not saying it's stupid story. I'm saying that he's gonna come.
How do you know he's going to come? Where? I'm asking you. You see, the Messiah is in the Quran. Abraham in the Quran. Okay, if this guy is important, why is it in the Quran?
We don't know exactly why he's not in the Quran.
Okay, let us switch now from Al-Mahdi, because obviously you mention names, you do not know who they are. Obviously, if I ask you now who is his mother, you do not know. Who is the mother of Al-Mahdi? Is it true that you Muslim, you say, some of you says her mother, her name is Mary? So try, you're trying to clone a new Jesus. Some of you says her name is Narjis. You don't even know her name. You don't know who is he. You fabricate. One says her name is Narjis. The other one says her name is Maryam. The other one says potato, tomato. And what, he is born from the thigh? I mean, how he is born? Why he is born from the thigh? Oh, because Al-Mahdi will not come out from a vagina. Holy he, Stupid religion, my friend. Let's go now to the Messiah. Why the Messiah is now in heaven and your prophet is under the grave, under the ground?
But this is not important if he's not in Quran.
Is that your daughter laughing at you?
No, these joking around.
Okay, because I thought they are laughing at you.
They're not laughing at me.
Okay, I hope not. I hope not, because the daughters of Muhammad, they were laughing at Muhammad. So why they will not laugh at you? Anyway, continue. So why Jesus in heaven? Why Jesus right now in heaven and Muhammad is under our feet?
The reason why Jesus in heaven, he got risen to heaven because the Jews rejected him. So they've got another chance to either accept him or get help.
You got a point, brother. I mean, guys, look at this. Look at the genius. Because the Jews rejected him, so Jesus will come back. That's funny. I thought after death, people, the Jews who rejected him, they are dead long time ago. So coming back will not make any difference because they are dead, and then he will come back. That's mean they will meet him again only on resurrection day. So seeing him after being resurrected, the Quran says that after the point you die, there is no, that's it. There is no forgiveness. There is no, that's it. Judgment day. That's that. Your time is up and your options is up. So you are making things up as usual. So for us, I'm repeating again. Why Jesus is coming back according to your religion?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. The thing is, the main thing is, he has got two things to do to rectify Israel and kill the Antichrist. These are the main two things he's coming for.
I heard that according to your religion, the Messiah, he will have a cowboy fight with the pig. Is that true?
What was that, mate?
Huh?
What was that? Can you please repeat that again? Sorry.
I heard that the Messiah, when he come back, he and Mr. Pig, they will meet in the middle of Texas, and the pig will have 2 guns, the Messiah will have 1 gun, and then the guy who will, like, they will turn their back to each other and they walk in different direction. And when the guy whistle, the one who shoot first, he is the winner. And according to the story, the one who will do that is the Messiah. Is that correct?
No, where you got that from?
Okay, so if I find you the reference, what you would do? Here we go. This is the reference in front of you.
I'm not going to screen because this camera is foolish.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You open YouTube, but just be sure to mute it so you cannot see. You cannot have double sound. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you see it?
He will kill the swine. Yeah. I know about the killing the swine.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
He says that he will kill the swine.
I understand. He will kill the swine. I get that. Why? Who is this swine? What's his business? What's the problem? Why your God Allah, his enemies are dog and lizard and a swine? What kind of God? What kind of God?
Yeah.
So?
Yeah. He is going to kill the swine to show the Christians that it was haram. It was not halal for you people. He's going to show that. He's going to show you.
Okay. So the Messiah will kill the swine to show them that it is haram to eat the swine. Okay, but not all the Christians, they eat pork. This is number 1. Number 2, he is coming back from behind the 7 galaxies to fight with the pig. And which one? If you kill one, did you kill them all? I mean, this is the one swine.
Yeah.
Who is he? Is he the king of the swine, like he is, like, he's Hercules?
No, CP. He's going to kill one pig just to show the Christian, look, I'm killing a pig. That you should not eat it. I have never taught you.
If he kill a pig, we will eat him. People kill pigs. You see, it doesn't say he will kill a pig to forbid it. It says he will kill a swine. If we kill a pig, we will say, thank you, Jesus, let us make it a barbecue.
No, he's going to hit the cross as well. He's going to smash the cross.
Well, that's mean we will have no electricity because every column in the street is a cross. Even your house is built by the cross. If you have no cross in your house, you will never have a house. All structures in the world based on the cross. Do you cross the street?
No, come on, CB. You know this hadith.
Abdul, listen. What is the problem? Jesus do not need to break a cross to tell the Christians a cross is wrong. Because simply he can just say that. And he do not need to go and fight little pig. I mean, how silly you Muslims are to say that Jesus is going to fight with the pig. I think this is symbolic to your prophet. What do you think?
It's not stupid. It's just that.
No. I'm assuming. You can correct me if you wish. I'm assuming that the swine here is your prophet.
No.
Why not?
A prophet.
You're a prophet. Okay. What a pig he do?
Yeah.
Describe the behavior of a pig.
Obviously he's crap, and he does all sort of crap. He's unclean. The animal is unclean.
He's unclean. He jumped like in the dirt, right?
No, it's even in the Old Testament. He's unclean animal.
Okay, unclean. But your prophet is unclean too. Look what your prophet he do. Your prophet he jump with dead dogs, and even pigs don't do that.
Jumping subject again. Come on.
Why am I being stupid? I'm reading your book, my friend. So I think when your prophet Muhammad was speaking about the swine, he was speaking about himself, because this is what the swine do. Even the swine don't do that. He jump in water, claiming it's full of garbage, dead women, dead blood. Blood from menstruation, dead dogs, and they are pieces already, and the water is stinky, and that he says it's not stinky. This is what the pig he says. If you ask a pig, what are you doing, buddy? You say to him, you know, it's not stinky, it's pure. Nothing make the water impure. So when you say to me a pig, I know, I think he's talking about your prophet, and we have the proof, because I ask you, what is special about the pig? You say it's dirty, or your prophet is dirty.
No, he's in the totally before.
Okay, read the hadith for us and explain to us how clean your prophet is.
No, not about this one here.
What?
We're talking about why Jesus has killed. Why Jesus is going to kill the pig.
Okay, I'm asking you. You said to me because he is dirty. That means Jesus have to kill Muhammad too, because both are dirty.
It's because to show the Christians, I'm going to bear the cross to show you lot that you lot was on the wrong.
Okay, he will show us that Muhammad is wrong too, because he's a pig, according to you.
No, CP, come on, man. You
okay, hold on. Aren't you the one? Okay, what is the problem with the pig? You said he is dirty, right?
No, it's because in the Old Testament,
yeah,
God said, eat pig, and you Christian today are eating
pig. But you know, in the Old Testament, because pigs they eat everything. Not now. You know, in farm, you know what they are eating. Pigs, they can eat even dead animals. They will eat even a human. So if you have an animal who eat anything, then you have to be careful about eating this person, or I mean this creature, because then you can have a disease. So it was for health reason. In Islam, the pig is forbidden for what reason?
Is unclean.
Show me in the Quran it says unclean.
Oh, what's that verses? I don't know.
Huh?
If I knew the verses by heart, I would have known. But
what if I show you that the Quran says you can eat pigs?
Yeah?
The Quran says, if I show you, the Quran says you can eat pigs.
It just says that only if it's for necessity.
That's mean pigs are eatable and they are not no problem. Doesn't matter if it's necessity or not. Can you eat a human?
Yeah. No, that's a human, obviously not.
No, you can. I can show you the reference that you can eat a human. Why are you laughing? A challenge. Do you want to challenge me?
CP, we got more important things to talk about.
See, each time I put you in the corner, you say we have more important. What is your important? Is your phone. Listen, Abdul, you Muslim, you can eat a human. Khalid al-Walid, he ate a Muslim. He cooked him. He ate him. And I can show you right now, even videos in YouTube right now, about the high school education in Azhar University, in the college books, teaching that if a Muslim he leave Islam, we can eat him without cooking him. If it's a Christian, we have to do barbecue him. Do you want me to show you the video? I'm not joking. I can show you the video. Want to show you the video?
No, the Azhar University.
Then don't tell me you don't. You eat pigs. You eat a human. You eat everything. So now I'm asking you, how the pig is dirty, filthy, and then if you are hungry, you can eat him.
It says only if you're dying of hunger. That's the only way you can have it.
Doesn't say dying. It says makhmasa. Makhmasa means hungry. Secondly, isn't it the Quran says it's lawful for you to eat the food of the people of the book?
Yes.
Okay.
But not the pig.
Where it says that, it says I make it lawful for you all their food. Show me where it says except the pig.
It is not pig, not pig, not pig.
Show me where it says. Show me what it says except the pig.
No, because he already knew. It's in the Quran that you
can't
eat pigs. So
that's clear. I mean, if he knew, then he should say, except this.
He should not say except pig because it's already in the Quran that you can't eat pigs. So
no, the Quran did not come in an order. So when you say such a thing, that will be a problem. The Quran is not consistent book, is it?
It is consistent.
Okay.
Let's talk about
one verse says you cannot marry Christian women. Other verse says you can marry Christian women. Is that true?
Says that we can...
Cough, yeah, cough. Yeah. Each time you are in the corner, you cough. You know, listen, is it true that the Quran in one verse says don't marry non-Muslims, and other verse says today I make the Christian, the Jews, women lawful for you? So the Quran is a book of not consistent. The Quran says you can do muta. Did you do safaras?
Muta, not muta. That's for the bloody Shias, man. We don't do that.
But this is in the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 24. Is the Quran the book of the Shia alone, not the Sunni?
Forget muta. CP, we got more important things to think about.
See, each time we put you in the corner, you say we have more important. So Jesus will come back to destroy the pig, which is somebody acting like a pig, like Muhammad, and to destroy muta, because Jesus forbid us from doing muta, forbid us from fornication, and you Muslims are following a fornicator, and you practice fornication as part of your religion.
No, we're not. No. He's gonna kill a pig and cross.
Can a Muslim marry his mother?
Look at CP. This is not important for me. These topics.
No, it's important. You see, you Muslims are very silly religion. You focus on a poor pig, and by the way, pigs are, if they are dirty as you claim, you know, all Muslims, they take insulin, and the insulin is made from pork. And the top of that, all the surgery, when you stitch it up somebody, they use, you know, the stitches is made from pigs. So pigs is saving the life of millions. Muhammad, he killed millions.
The Jews don't eat pig. Why?
Because their book, he forbid them from eating it for a reason. I told you why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the truth.
Jesus said, make it clear that it's not what go in your mouth will make you dirty, but what come from your mouth. Do you agree with that?
That was a hand washing.
I'm asking you. Jesus said, what do you think about this comment? When Jesus said, it's not what go inside your mouth make you dirty, it is what come from your mouth.
Read the verses.
I'm asking you. What do you think about it? Huh?
Listen to my answer. Listen to my answer. The Jews come to him, asking him about the hand ritual. He said they were saying to Jesus that these people are not washing their hands before they eat. This is why Jesus said it is not what goes in, or it matter about what goes out.
It doesn't matter. This goes for everything.
No, it does not. It was a hand.
Okay, it doesn't matter. He said it does not make you dirty. It's what go in your. Do you put your hand in your mouth?
No, he was saying.
Okay, but no problem. But listen, so that goes for everything, because it's not what make you dirty. It's what you eat. It is what you do, what you say. So you're a prophet. Okay, I will go with you now. According to Islam, did Allah forbid pigs before Muhammad?
Yeah. Who?
Huh? Yeah. Before. I want you to be careful now, because I'm going to give you a spank. It's going to leave 5 fingers in your. I don't want to say where. So listen carefully. Before Muhammad, did Allah ever forbid eating pigs to Abraham or whoever?
It was only given that law was given to Moses, I'm sure.
Was given to Moses. Guys, did you hear it? It was given to Moses. So now if I show you that Muhammad is a scam and it was not, what you will do?
Yeah, go on then.
Huh?
Go on then.
Okay. Here we go. And that will get you busted, you and your religion and your Mr. Pig. Chapter 3, verse number 93, it says, all food was lawful for the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful for himself. Only. He made it unlawful to himself. And that is not the pig. So all the food was lawful for the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful for himself. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not Allah who sent him what is lawful. He decided, I'm not going to eat this. So based on this, all food, except what Israel, not Moses.
Yeah.
Okay, and he forbid himself, not God.
No, but God said to him in the Quran.
That's false. Read. You want to read that interpretation, or you will cry then?
No, I'm not gonna cry. But
so don't tell me it doesn't say that, CP. It says in front of you, all food was lawful to the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful for himself. So there's no food is not lawful. All food.
Well, I need to read the context of that.
Read the context. I mean, you Muslims are funny. What? By the way, when you say context, are you laughing at yourself? What the verse before it have to do with the verse after it? Nothing. What the verse before it have to do with the verse after it? Nothing. This is a stupid book. This is the Quran, the most silly book ever. You can take a verse from here, add it in different pages. Nobody even would notice.
CP, these piggy in here.
So now let's go back to zero now. So why Jesus now in heaven and Muhammad is dead?
I told you before, he has got certain things to do.
He got something to do. Okay. Why Muhammad he have nothing to do?
Let me give you these details.
No, why Muhammad have nothing to do? I mean, you see, if you watch American movie, you will see that the hero is the one who lived to the end. Everybody die. Police die. Criminals die. The guy who hold the phone for the hero die. Everybody die except the hero, the American boy. So I'm asking you now, your prophet is dead from the beginning of the movie. Jesus is alive. Does that mean that he is the hero and Muhammad was just a comparse?
Now, let me answer, please, without interrupting. Please.
Okay,
One
go on.
minute. Let me get a full answer, please. Prophet Muhammad was successful in his mission.
Did you say Prophet Muhammad?
Oh, you're interrupting again, CP. Every time I speak, interrupt.
Because you are making an insult. The guy himself, he said, I'm not a prophet. And you are saying to me, he's a prophet. Well, you Muslims are will continue. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. He was successful. He got, Arabia, under his control. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's false. That's false.
No, but let me answer.
That's false. That's false statement. Muhammad, he went all the way to Tabuk and he failed. This is Arabia, Saudi Arabia, Tabuk. It's a part of Saudi Arabia. He took all his men. He took more than 10,000 with him, and then other 4,000 joined him. And then he went all the way there, and he got busted, and he went back. He failed. In the top of that, when he died, all Muslims almost left Islam. So how that is successful? And then in order to make them come back to Islam, the caliphate, Abu Bakr, he waged war. I call it the war of apostate. And then he killed everybody who refused. And then this is how Islam continue. Otherwise, Muhammad, he failed. And until now, Islam is failed. Let me show you how Islam failed. Who is the one who killed the caliphate? The Muslims. Who is the one who killed Muhammad? The Shia, they say Aisha and Hafsa. Who is the one who killed the grandsons of Muhammad? The Muslims. Who is the one who killed everybody? Ali, Muslims. Who is the one who killed Fatima? Muslims. So you Muslims, you say this is success. Imagine if Jesus, he finished his mission and then all his disciples are killing each other. Is that a success?
Please let me answer.
I'm asking you, isn't it the disciple of Muhammad, if we can call them disciple, the gang, they were killing each other, yes or no?
What's that?
Is it true that all the gang of Muhammad, including his own family household, they were killing each other, yes or no?
Don't kill each other. No.
Did Aisha took an army to kill Ali?
I'll believe the kind of stuff.
You don't believe. Who are you? It's not up to you. It's not up to you. Are you a Muslim Sunni or you are a Muslim BMW?
She has. I've got the own.
No, this is Muslim Sunni story. Aisha, she took an army to fight Ali, and we can show you the reference right now. More than 10,000 people get killed because of Aisha. She wanted to kill Ali, and then Ali, he destroyed her army, and then he captured her. Is that true?
Yeah, she got army.
Okay, so you want to say she was a very bad woman. I understand. Now let us go. Is it true that Umar al-Khattab is the one who tried to burn the house of Fatima, and he is the one who caused her death?
No. I don't believe all this kind of stuff.
Do you want me to show you reference?
Let me answer my
phone. Who is the one who killed the caliphate one by one? All of them, they are Muslims. So you see here, Islam is a bad religion. Muhammad did not succeed to make a religion. He succeeded to create a gang, and all of them, they are killing each other for the sake. Do you watch the movie called The Game of the Throne? That's Islam. A conspiracy, a liars, a fraud, people killing each other, putting poison to each other, slaughtering each other, kidnapping each other. This is your Muslim. So let's go back to zero. Let us go back to zero. You said that Muhammad, he have no job to do in the day of judgment. Is that correct?
What's that?
What's up?
He got his message. He got his full message to the people.
What is his message? What is his message?
We all know what message is.
What? No, there's no message. I challenge you. Show me the message.
My word.
Where is the message? There's no message. One verse says do muta. He says don't do muta. Where is the to give a message? You don't give two message oppose itself. One verse says alcohol is great, is amazing, it's a sign from Allah. Is alcohol is amazing miracle from Allah or not?
Alcohol was allowed at one time, but then it got.
This is not the question. Focus with me. Is alcohol is a sign from Allah? It's a miracle. It's amazing. It's beautiful, or it's not?
No. At the start, it was okay.
I'm not asking you if it was okay or not. Focus with me, Abdul. I'm asking you, is it amazing? It's beautiful. It is a sign from Allah. It's a miracle of Allah. Or it is from the work of shaitan.
It's the work of the shaitan.
So how in chapter 16, verse number 67 says it is a sign from Allah?
Well, it might have been from a 4.
Huh?
It might be from a 4. It was okay from a 4. But
I'm not asking you if it was okay or not. And since when it's okay to have fornication? This is stupid. So do Musa allow fornication before Muhammad? So Muhammad allow it? This is stupid, my friend. Listen carefully. I'm asking you now. Focus with me. Focus with me. Stop touching your phone, okay? You are molesting your phone. What's wrong with you? You're acting like Muhammad with a child. Listen. It says here in front of us that alcohol is a great drink. It's a goodly provision. Goodly provision. Who is talking? Allah. And it's a sign from Allah for those who have wisdom. So according to your God in this verse, those who drink black label and they are drinking it and they have wisdom. Read it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Read it. Take a black label shot so you can understand the verse better.
It's not chapter.
The chapter of the bees. I mean, even your religion is a zoo. Bees, spider, elephant. What's wrong with you Muslims? So, chapter of the bees, verse number 67.
You asked me a question about the coming of Jesus, and now you change.
Talking about the coming of Jesus because you said he is going to tell us what is forbidden. But as you see, it's a miracle from God. God, he created the pig. The pig does not exist by himself. He created him for a reason.
But you never let me answer why Jesus.
Okay, now I'm asking you: is alcohol? Don't change the topic. Is alcohol just to show you how? Just to show you said your prophet is a prophet. He's not a prophet. He's stupid. You know, when in his time when he was alive, you know, he loved to drink. When he was dying because he can't drink no more, and people they start fighting and people they make a mockery of this religion. So he said that don't. And he, by the way, that not a single verse in the Quran says alcohol is forbidden. Do you know that? It says fajtanibu, which means avoid it. There's not a single verse in the Quran says it's forbidden.
It says it's Satan's handiwork, obviously.
Okay, so how this verse says this is the sign from Allah?
The sign because it was allowed to be drunk at first. That's why.
What?
It was allowed to be drunk.
Why
before.
Allah allowed to be drunk?
Because obviously, you know, there was drinking in Israel too at the time of Jesus.
Why Allah allow all this time people to be drunk?
Well, I don't know, but he gave the final message to Prophet Muhammad to have it complete.
Okay, Muhammad in his time, Muslims they were drinking until almost his death, and then he says ijtanibu. He did not even forbid it.
He did forbid it.
No, he did not. He says fajtanibu. Ijtanibu mean avoid it.
Yeah, avoid it.
Okay, what is the punishment? What is the punishment in the Quran for drinking alcohol?
They were getting I'm sure they're getting whips.
I'm asking you, show me what is the punishment of drinking alcohol in the Quran. There's no punishment.
But
so how Muhammad he have a message, and the message he have Allah, Sharia I mean Allah supposedly, right? But this law is stupid because here it says this is a provision, goodly provision, and it is a sign from Allah. You say to me, this is the handwork of shaitan. In the front of me, the verse says this is the handwork of Allah. Therefore, Allah and shaitan is one.
No, because all his companions and the followers, yeah,
I'm asking you how the verse says this is the sign for those who knows. What is the sign here? Why Allah making the alcohol as his own sign? I can make alcohol at home. Does that mean I'm Allah?
The sign it says in one verse it says alcohol in small quantities is okay, but as a whole is not good.
Guys, in a small quantity, where it says that?
There is one verse where it says, if I knew that we talk about this, I would have got the verse. It says in Quran, Allah says in tiny bits it is good for you. But
okay, thank you very much. If this is true, that's mean that alcohol is not forbidden. What is forbidden is, if it's forbidden, is not to be drunk. Well, here we go. We have the Bible says that drunken will not go to heaven. So it is the Bible who forbid, and it says it clearly that the drunken will not go to heaven. Quran nowhere it says that drunken people will not go to heaven. Quran nowhere it says that people who they are homosexual will not go to heaven. Quran nowhere it says fornicators will not go to heaven. Quran says everybody is going to go to heaven. Christian, Jews, homosexual, everybody. Even yes, last time you spoke to you said to me Allah will judge between goats. So goats are Muslims. You forgot?
No, but that's goats. I'm talking about animals. It's talking about animals in it.
What do you mean not what? Okay, when Allah he sent a donkey, when Allah he sent his donkey al-Buraq from heaven. Is this donkey, is he like Allah he rent him, or the donkey he lived there?
It doesn't matter about donkey, if you took his donkey to heaven or not. That doesn't matter.
It was al-Buraq. Al-Buraq was sent down from heaven.
Yeah,
okay.
What?
Okay, so I'm asking you now, where is the donkey coming from if there's no animals in heaven?
Well, it could have been created.
Okay, that's mean in heaven there is animals. And your God, Allah, he have a donkey, his limousine. It's called Al-Buraq. And he's so huge. Yeah, cough. So don't make things up. In the top of that, you know, if we look here in front of us, when the Muslims they say that Jesus is coming back to correct what is the problem, that means Jesus is the only one is correct, not Muhammad. Muhammad they could not correct anything. Okay, I'm asking you now, where is the correction in the Quran? Where is the correction if Muhammad have a message? Where in the Quran says that fornication is forbidden? The Quran says fornication is halal. The Quran says in chapter 4 verse 24 you can do muta. You said to me this is from the Shia, but this is a Sunni book. The Quran is a Sunni book, and your prophet he practiced it, and the Sunni they practice it. And even there's some hadith says that even the caliphate after the death of Muhammad they practice it. So when you Muslim you lie to us, you say that Islam have a message. There's no message. This guy he say things and he changed his mind in the second day. Let me show you this verse. As long as you don't want to answer this verse because it's embarrassing. Your God is Satan. Take a note. Listen. Is it true? Is it true that your prophet is it true that your prophet he make a law, he changed his law second day in the morning? Is it true?
You're too insecure, CP.
Is it true? Is it true that your prophet he make a law? He received a law from God, and then second day in the morning, he canceled the law of God. Is that true?
No, CP, you're not letting me answer my mind.
Chapter 2, verse 106, read it.
CP, you asked me a simple question. What is Jesus is going to do? I was going to answer.
This is a connection with Jesus. Jesus coming back to defeat the devil and his kingdom. So Jesus is going to come. He will destroy the Kaaba. He will take Muhammad, put him in the zoo, so he make example of him in hellfire. And those who don't believe in Jesus, they will be punished severely. I'm asking you, in front of you, does it make sense that there is a God, he sent an amazing message, and then he make you forget the message, and then he will make a better message, or similar message? Explain this verse for me so we can die laughing.
No, I don't die laughing.
Okay, answer. Go ahead. I'm listening.
We know what Jesus is going to do. He's going to kill
Don't change the
Antichrist.
topic. Okay, yes, Jesus will kill the Antichrist. Muhammad is dead. He can't kill him again. He can't kill the guy twice. But he will resurrect him just for fun, maybe, and just to give an example. But listen carefully. The verse in front of you says that Allah, he sent revelation. And then Allah, he abrogate revelation. And then Allah caused to forget the revelation. And then Allah will bring better revelation. And then Allah maybe will bring some other revelation. What the heck is that?
CP. I've got nothing to do with this. This is not my topic.
No, this is have to do with everything. Your prophet, he keeps saying lies. He cannot even maintain his lies. He repeat the lie twice. The lies don't match, so he have to come with excuse. Allah caused to forget the revelation. Allah will bring better revelation. Allah will bring similar revelation. So if the revelation coming from one person, there's no way that revelation can be better than revelation, and there's no way that there's a God. He says, say how, and then he make you forget it, and then he say meow, and claiming that this is similar. So I'm asking you, what kind of God he sent the revelation, and then he abrogate his revelation right away? The guy in the morning, he wake up, he have a new revelation, he canceled the previous revelation, and then and not only that, not only he cause you to abrogate, some of them he make you forget. Did you forget your name?
No.
So what kind of God he make his prophet forget the revelation? Why? Give me the reason why he make him forget the revelation.
This is not important for me.
This is important to me. It's not important to you because you are a mule. For me, I'm not a mule. So I'm asking you, what kind of God he sent a message, and then he said to his prophet, forget about it. But I just receive it.
No.
What? No. Don't tell me no, Mr. No. Listen, why your God, he sent the revelation, and then he caused you to forget the revelation. Let's take step by step. Let us focus with one. The first one, Allah, he sent revelation in the morning. Then after 2 hours, he sent you another revelation to abrogate the first revelation. Why? He's not sure?
That was his own choice.
Okay, well, but why? Why he abrogate his own decision? He just made the decision. He was wrong?
No, he's not wrong. He just wanted to know.
So why he abrogated a second ago it was okay, a second after it's not okay? Why is abrogating? You see, I can understand if abrogation happened through centuries, like, you know, from the time of Moses. From the time of Moses, there's a huge number of years. From the time of Jesus, for the time of Muhammad, there's a huge number of years. But to say something at night, and you wake up in the morning and you abrogate what you said at night, this is stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
So what's the point? Tell me. I will say to you at night, you cannot eat shish kebab. In the morning, I can make a revelation again, says you can eat shish kebab. So why afternoon yesterday, I said to you, you cannot eat shish kebab no more, and in the morning, I say the opposite? Give me the answer.
That's just like bloody Israel. Like God is saying to him.
What Israel? This is about Islam, my friend. What Israel? His name is Israel. This is your prophet. This is about a verse about your prophet. Chapter 2, verse number 106.
Yeah, I want to abrogate it. Okay, it's cool.
Okay, but is it changing second day? Not even a year after, not even 10 years after, second day.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Give me an example of Muhammad abrogating something and he changed it second day.
He did not change it. Allah did.
Okay, that's mean Allah is not God, because Allah wasn't right, so he decided to fix it.
He didn't want to fix it. He just wanted to change it. That's all it is.
Okay, Safar. Okay, thank you for calling, my friend. And no one can fix someone like you. You are brainless. Just take a hike. Let us see if there's another Muslim. What a stupid religion. Jesus coming back to kill the pig. There's no better problems in this earth. There's hungry people, there's starving people, there's prostitution, there's a child abuse, and Jesus coming to kill the pig, brother. Brother, Jesus will kill the pig. Aren't you happy, Aziz, brother? You have a big mission, brother. He will kill the pig. Like the pig is there, and Jesus is coming, and brother, and he will shoot the pig. And that's it. That's victory to Jesus, brother. What a stupid, silly, cult. What a stupid religion. We have a Muslim, he made a comment, I did save it. So later, after we finish with Safaraz, his battery is off, you know. He can't answer anything. Look what this guy is saying. Your Jesus says the Father is greater than him. How can he be God if he is not equal to him? You will never answer this because you have no knowledge. Okay, hold on. That's a wonderful question. Did you just say that my Father? Well, this is why he's called Father, you idiot. My Father is greater than me. So Jesus, he confirmed that he is the Son. That's why he called the Son. The Father present, that a person who have high authority, and this is why he's called the Father. So you are silly. Obviously, you do not know what the Trinity is. And the Trinity is using even same words we use for our family, the Father, the Son. So the Father always is the one who is the highest authority, but that does not make him not equal as divine. But this is about the Father is the one who is the source of everything. So Jesus, he is born of the Father. So how he can deny the Father? You are silly like your prophet. But look what you just said. Jesus confirmed that he is the son of his Father. And why the Father is greater than the Messiah? Because Jesus, he humbled himself and he took the form of a human being. This is why my Father is greater than me. Silly, stupid like your prophet. Go focus in eating pork. Let us see different Abdul. Let me talk. I'm a Muslim. He will destroy me. Okay. Isn't it this guy? He sent me a message before. He's saying he's a Christian. Now he changed his mind. He says he's a Muslim. He will destroy me. Let us see this guy. Look like we have a comedy show. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Are you a Muslim?
Hello. Yes, I'm Muslim.
Say Shahada.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, you are a fraud then. Shahada is Alhamdulillah. Troll. All right, next. Let us see. Call him for a crossfire debate. His name is Sheikh Korea bin Kukararuku. Okay, let me call it Sheikh Korea. Somebody sending me an account of a sheikh in Skype. His name is what? Allah knows best what the name is. Let's see if we can get this sheikh here. Ramdahan. Okay. This is a sheikh. Let us call the sheikh, guys. This guy, he sent me a name of a sheikh. He said, can you call him? Oh, my pleasure. Here we go. Barbecue time. The sheikh is not online. Allah make him offline. Okay. Well. It says waiting for Ramadan to accept the invitation. Let us see if he accepts the invitation. All right. We have our sister Tamara. I want to talk. I hate this speaker. This is why I mute it, you know, when I call, so it doesn't bother you. And then sometimes I forget the speaker off, you know. Hello? Yes, Tamara, how are you?
Well, you said your topic is about why Jesus is in heaven and Muhammad's not.
Yes.
Well, I'm not too sure about that. I wanted the same thing too, but I believe that Jesus is just God to me. That's the reason why he's in heaven. I'm not sure.
But there was a reason always for things to happen, right?
Yes.
Well, if Jesus is God, then where he belong? God, he belong. The place is not, this earth is a creator, correct? Hello? I guess I lost you.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I guess I muted my phone. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You are doing the same as Safaraz now, huh? Okay. So you see, this earth is a created, and Jesus, he said that heaven and earth will be demolished, will be destroyed, but my words will not, right?
Yes.
So the anything is not eternal, is not his place, for Jesus is eternal. And we as a Christians, the Messiah is going to take us to a place which is going to be eternal place for all of us. So the Messiah, everyone goes, remember this one. You can use it for everything. I use it for everything. This is my own sentence. This is my quotation. I'm not quoting anyone. Everyone goes where he belongs. So a fly go to the garbage. The bees, they go to the flower, correct?
Yes, correct.
The human being, he is from dust to dust. He go back where he came from. The Messiah is not from dust. Therefore, he don't go back to dust. This is why you see this Djupet Muhammad, when he stole the story from the Bible, he destroyed his religion because he admitted that Jesus is the son of no man. Why he is the son of no man? What is the purpose? What is the reason? There's a reason. There's nothing without reason. So Adam is born not. Adam is not son of anyone. Therefore, it's normal. He is just made from mud. But the Messiah is the Word of God who took the form of a man by the power of the Holy Spirit. So the Messiah is a person. He was exist before his birth. That's why Jesus says, before Abraham, I am. So his existence have nothing to do with his birth date. He exists from before. And therefore, where he was in heaven. So therefore, he is going to be where he belongs, where he's coming from. So when he said, I am from above, you are from below, simply he's telling us where we end and where he is. As simple as that. Anything else, Tamara?
Oh, nothing else.
Okay, thank you very much for your call. And don't mute your microphone again. Learn from, I can connect you to Safaras to teach you how to use your phone, okay? All right, take care.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any Muslim sheikh? Let's call this sheikh again. Maybe we can shake him. Okay. Well, if you have a sheikh, he would like to join us, we will be happy to take you, you know, if you are a sheikh, for a snack. So as you see, the Muslims are very delusional. They don't have a religion. They don't even have a prophet. Who is this prophet? A prophet who make verses about his private part. Any believing woman, she want to offer herself to the prophet. And this is only for you, Muhammad. What does this have to do with God? Did Allah send Muhammad to be a messenger? And messengers usually, they sacrifice themselves or to give themselves a privilege. What kind of God he gave a privilege, penis privilege, to his choice of men? I would like to be a prophet then. And I will tell my followers, any believing woman, she like to give herself to the Arabian prophet. Please stand forward. Oh, not you. Oh, no, 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 no. Not you too. Oh, no, 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 please. Okay, no. And this is what happened to Muhammad. He made the verse, and then all, excuse my language, all the unpleasant women, you know, I mean, some they are very old, some etc. To the eyes of Muhammad, they are unpleasant. So Muhammad, he have to fix it. He says, oh, okay, you know what? Allah told me, Allah he just told me that I can choose whatever I wish and I can reject whatever I wish. Look at this. Look at this God. So he gave him the first verse, says, any believing woman, she can offer herself to if her. When the ugly dudes, they start stepping forward, Muhammad, he, what the heck? I said any believing women, not any believing truck. So he made a verse saying, oh, okay, you know what? Oh, you Muhammad, you can postpone the turn of whom you, of them, of your wives, and maybe you receive all of you know you. I'm like, what the heck? Muhammad, he wanted the little children to sleep with them, not old ladies. They have 10,000 wrinkles in their face. So he made the verse, and now they start offering themselves because they want to have security. They want to have a free food forever. That's it. Security, like it's a retirement plan. Because Muhammad, he, you know, if Muhammad, he F you, nobody can F you after him. That's it. So he have to provide you food forever because he don't want anyone to F you. Even if he died, the Muslim, they will provide. You are the wife of the Prophet. So the women, they start offering themselves, you know, any woman, she, and look at the translation, first translation says, he wishes to marry her. That's deep. Any believing women, she wishes to marry, what the heck? Any believing woman, she offer herself to the Prophet. And this is only a privilege for you, Muhammad. If you go right now and do a little search about all cult leaders, all of them, they share the same thing. They sleep with their followers. They take their money. They take their women. Number one thing is a sexual advantage. All false leaders, all false teachers. Yeah, people don't like to give like because, you know, human being, you have to tell them. I don't tell people subscribe. I don't tell them give it a like because, you know, people are here. You know, for them, like, you know, oh, it's funny, let us join, but they don't care to support us. That's true. Do we have any Abdul? Any believing women, she offer herself to me? We accept donation as women. Alhamdulillah. Have you ever received donation as women? And even the book says, if the Prophet's eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her immediately. Immediately. I mean, look how decent this guy is. So why Jesus in heaven? Because he is holy. Why Muhammad is in hell, down under our ground? Because he stink. Even their false religion could not deny that our Lord, the living God, the Messiah, is in heaven. Only fool, they follow the dead one. Only fool. We Christian, we are following the living one. His name is holy. His work is holy. His ethic is holy. He is the walking, talking, living word of God. His name is amazing. And no one can describe his holiness. That is the Messiah, a very powerful word. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? Who is a Muhammadan? He liked to convert some Christians to Islam. I like to be a Muslim, so I can have 4 wives. I want to be follower of Prophet of Allah and do practice wife beating to be a good Muslim. I am apostate and I am following from long. I suggest you use Sunnah.1. You can find it in Google to find hadith. It's more useful. Okay, my friend. And then he says, I have a call for 5 minutes. Okay, for a quick. Okay, let's call this guy. I mean, this is speaker of the ringtone of Skype. I wish I can change it. It's really annoying. Hello?
Hold on.
Oh, that was fast. Very fast. Okay, let me know when you can call you back. I don't know, you have a problem. You cannot call me, I have to call you. Don't call. Hello?
Hello. Hi, CP.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
So what do you want to say to us?
Yeah, I'm an apostate. I'm not apostate.
Hold on. You left Islam, my friend. What's wrong with you? You don't want to have the versions?
No, not really,
Okay, what about you give them to me and you leave Islam, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, go ahead. Why you left Islam?
Yeah, no, because I follow you from maybe now 2 or 3 years now.
All right.
And I discovered many things with you. So first of all, thank you for all your sharings, your knowledge you share with us. And me also, I did, I make a deep dive in Islam before that. That's why I'm now ex-Muslim for
You
long.
made a deep dive?
Yeah,
Did you take a shower after that?
Yeah, many showers.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you want to say to us, my friend? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I have maybe 1,000 of questions, but maybe 1 or 2 it's weak. No, because you always use sunnah.com for finding your hadith, and I discover maybe it's Salafi, it's a Salafi software, I don't know.
All right.
But it's sunnah.1. It's used the same numbers of hadith for Bukhari, for Muslim.
It have English and Arabic at the same time?
Yeah, you can try to go to Google and make
okay.
sunnah.1.
Well, I see it actually. It's fast. You're right. Maybe I will start using it. But I want to see how I can make English and because now I see Arabic only.
Yeah. It's only for Arabic speakers. Because I know Arabic,
okay.
So I have a bad level, but it's easy, for using.
Yeah.
And
see, I use this sunnah.com because it have English and Arabic at the same time,
Yeah.
So that is more helpful for me. It's all right.
Of course, yeah. But for finding faster, it's give it the number. You go to get the number and.
I don't search for hadith by numbers. I search for them because I memorize. Let us say a hadith I memorize maybe let us say 40% stuck in my memory. I do not need to know exactly the whole, but if I know I can, like I put let us say 5-6 words I memorize perfectly of the hadith, and then I will find it right away. Otherwise, it's extremely impossible to memorize numbers.
Yeah, because me too, I have such a good memory, but sometimes it's some numbers, I don't know.
Yeah, right, okay. So anything you want to add to our conversation here?
Yeah, I have a question from the Quran.
All right.
For about the knowledge of Allah, that Allah know the future. I mean, the future of our actions, our feelings. Because there is a verse in the Quran, we can check in the Surah Al-Maida, verse 94. It says, Allah will test you, for liya'lam Allah.
Liya'lam Allah, yeah. Actually, this is there is a video by Sheikh Umran. He speak about it. It says, actually, Sheikh Umran is a different one. Liya'lam Allah doesn't make sense because how Allah is going to know. But if you remember, in the Quran, there is many verses speaking about Allah do not know the future. How? You remember the verses where it's speaking about 100 of you with patience, they can fight 1,000?
Yeah.
All right. Then what happened? It says, Al-an, now, Allah, qad alima, Allah, qad alima Allah. Yeah. So now Allah, he noticed, now Allah lighten your task. Now he knows that there is a weakness. So he gave them an order. Okay, when he gave them the order, he did not know that they have weakness, obviously not. So they went to the war, they lost the war, they come back, and it says, Al-ana khafafa Allahu ankum wa alima. You see it? Wa alima. And now he found out that you have a weakness. That is a stupid statement in the Quran from Muhammad, getting his God busted, because there is no way God, he will find out now that you have a weakness. If God, he knew the future, why he will not know? and that is a proof that Muhammad is a false prophet, because he promised them, like actually in the story here, Muhammad, he saw a dream that the number of disbelievers will be way less. You know, they went there, they found that they are way more.
Yeah.
So his dream was false, his prophecy was false, and then in order to cover himself, he says, now Allah lightened your task, because now he knew, now he knows that you have a weakness. You know?
Yeah, but you know, I used to debate with those, Muslims, and there is some type of Muslims who used to use these verses and says that's proof is my God is alive.
Why? Why?
Because if he know your actions, why he will judge you?
Ah. Well, this is the good question actually. If he knew your action, why he will judge you? But this is not the question. Should be more that according to Islam, the action of a Muslim is not their action. As an example, when a Muslim he do jihad, is he the one fighting? No. The Quran says, وَمَا رَمَيْتُمُ وَإِنَّمَا اللَّهُ رَمَى. Correct?
Yeah.
You did not shoot, you did not shoot, but Allah is the one who shot.
Yeah, but, but if you take this on this side with the Sunnah, it's really.
Yeah, this is about the destiny. You killed them not, but Allah killed them. You did not shoot them. It's Allah who shot them. How? Because Allah, he made destiny for you to do that. In the same time, we have tons of things. Actually, part of the belief in Islam is to believe in the destiny. Al-Qadar, khayrahu wa sharrahu, correct?
Yeah.
So they cannot deny that. So this is not about Allah being alive. It's about Allah being stupid. Because if Allah is the destiny to me, what I will do, then what the point of punishing me for what I did?
But look, there is an argument. In the Sunnah, there is 6 pillars of faith. Okay? And in the Quran, there is no, you have not to believe in destiny. Just in Allah.
This is all in the hadith actually. The angel, he came to Muhammad, he told him, what is Islam? Very silly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. There is new, I will say not new, but that's like a new movement in Islam. It's not Quran only, not Sunni. It's something in between, like the Mu'tazila. They use supposedly their brain, but it's very difficult to discuss with them because they don't believe in old Sunnah. They take only what they arrange them. So, and also
those are not our concentration, because they mean nothing. Yeah. They are not really Muslims. They are just trying to escape the humility of following this religion. So they try to convince themselves for something does not exist.
But look, the verse who say Rubbama in the Surah 13, I think, verse 5. Yeah.
Asa Rabbuka. It's all over the Quran. You say Asa.
No, Asa. It's not. Because Asa, I don't know how they explain it, but they say it's like a probability. But no, because what when you say Rubbama, it's like
Rubbama
maybe.
wara. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, and now it's talking about the hereafter, not in Earth. In Earth, they can say, okay, Earth, it's a game. Allah, that's He will against to not know your feelings, etc. But in hereafter, how we can say maybe?
Well, all the Quran is full of maybe, Rubbama, Asa, perhaps, and this is not God talking, because God, he knew. He do not need to say it. Actually, even when Muhammad, he speak about his God forgiveness, he says, لِيَغْفِرَ لَكَ اللَّهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. May Allah forgive you for your past and the coming sin. So do Allah knew? Did he make a decision, or he do not know? If he knew, then he should not say maybe Allah will forgive you. If he don't know, then he is not God. Is he going to forgive him or not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, my friend, thank you very much for calling. Anything else you want to say? I will play.
No,
I
it's
will
okay
play.
now.
I will play a
Thank you
video
for-
clip. I will play a video clip for you after you finish, so you can hear it and you can see how stupid this religion is.
Okay, thank you, my friend.
Take care.
Thank you, Siri. Take care.
This is Mufti Ming. This is Mufti Ming, and he's speaking about destiny in Islam. And right away you will see how Islam does not make any sense. Islam is just a stupid cult. So here we have a person is asking question about destiny. Like, why? What is destiny? What? How we Muslims can function our belief with this destiny? If Allah decide for me everything, why? Why He will punish me?
You don't know your results of your examination, so you have to come onto earth. The fact that Allah knows it and the fact that Allah has written it does not make you a person who should now give up, because if that was the case, then obviously you would be the fool. A man came at the time of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. According to one of the narrations, he needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it.
This is a quite good argument if you want to look at it. Muslims, take a note. This is your sheikh saying, this is a quite good argument. If it's written in my destiny that I will be a thief, which means Allah decided to make me a thief, why I will be punished for being a thief? Listen to the answer and die laughing.
Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it. Ta'ala, written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it was predestined, my deeds were already written by Allah. Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah. And he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, needed to be punished because he stole." He needed to be punished because he stole. He needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu was one ahead of this man. He says, "Well, let's punish this man because it was predestined that we were going to punish him as well." Wow.
Wow. Wow. Do you see how smart Islam is? So now this guy, he did beat Umar with the stupidity of the religion. If it's destiny for me to be a thief, how in the world you want to punish me for what is destiny? Umar, he says, okay, it's destiny for me to kill you. And that is wow. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. That's very deep. So according to Islam, you are a Christian because it was destiny. According to Islam, you celebrate Sunday because it was destiny. Allah is the one who misled the Christian and the Jews from Friday. According to Islam, Allah misled Shaitan. Why Shaitan is Shaitan? The Quran says, فَلَمَّا أَغْوَيْتَنِي, when you deceive me, Allah, because you deceive me, I'm going to deceive them. This is in the Quran. Shaitan himself was deceived by Allah. It was a destiny. When Adam, he commits sin, why he commits sin? We showed you the hadith many times. Because simply, Allah, he made Adam commit sin. It was a destiny. It was a destiny. Adam did not commit sin in Islam. Adam was a victim of Allah's destiny. And Allah, he wrote his destiny, which he had to commit 40 years before his creation. And as you see, this is sahih. So here Musa is asking Adam, because of you, we are out of heaven. Adam, he said to him, are you stupid or what? How you blame me? How do you blame me for or action which had written in my fate 40 years before my creation. And according to Muhammad, Adam, he won the argument. So Adam did not commit sin, it was the sin of Allah. Allah made Adam commit sin, and Adam have no choice. This is why he's saying to Moses, you cannot blame me for such a thing. It's not my fault. It was a destiny. Can you change your destiny? And he said it clearly, I have to commit. A decreed for me. It's a decree. As you see, all those references are sahih. It's a decree which I have to commit. Islam is the religion of the stupidity. And as you see, Muhammad is saying that the argument of Adam is the correct argument. It's a deed, it's a bad deed, okay, but it was a decree from Allah. It's not my fault. And this is totally against the Bible teaching. God will not judge you for a sin you did not commit. You see, even the Muslim, they say to you, does it make sense in Christianity that a person, his name is the Messiah, he commit no sin, he will pay for your sin? Do you see that hypocrisy? Well, in Christianity, when the Messiah, he says, I pay for your sin, doesn't mean that we Christian, we can go and commit sin. Jesus, he is, because of his love, for the Bible says, for God, he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. So this is a sacrifice based in love. It's not because it's about just or not just. For he loved us, he decided to save us. But here, where is the love? This is disgusting. God here is playing games with us. He make us commit sin, and then he will be punishing us for a sin he forced us to commit. Actually, there's a hadith, and actually, I think all of you know. It says that if you do not commit sin, Allah will bring people who commit sin. Allah will destroy you. And he will bring people who commit sin. Let us see the hadith. Yeah, actually, the website our friend here, he gave me in Arabic, it's really fantastic. It's so fast. I like that. But the problem is we need the English. There's no English translation. So look with me here. It says here, the Prophet said, by him, who is the hand in my life, which means Allah, Muhammad is swearing by the name of his Allah, his God. So he said, if you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of his existence, and he would replace you by people who commit sin and ask for forgiveness. So the plan of Allah is simply he needed sinners. He is mentally ill. And we made a video about it. Go watch it. Because he is mentally ill, he cannot survive. He is not happy. He will have depression. He will feel lonely. He needs to see every day people begging down for him, please forgive us, please. If you don't commit sin, you will not ask for forgiveness. And this is totally different character from the God we know. God is love. God don't want us to be crying. God don't want us to be unhappy. God, he did not create us to be his slaves, the slave of sins. The Bible says death is the wage of sin, not the opposite. Here, death is the wage of being good, because if you are not doing sin, Allah will destroy you. And this is why we see the sick God. He gave us about his personality, Aka Muhammad, that he created mankind and genie, which is a very funny creation we cannot find, just to worship. He just created them just to worship, not the other thing. And this is the Quran. We created not human and genie to anything except to worship me. That is no reason. But this worship have to come with begging for forgiveness. So what Allah he do, according to Islam, this is the idea of Islam, Allah will make you commit sin. And then you will feel guilty. And then he scared the hell of you. He says to you, now you are guilty, you will go to hell. Now you have to beg me. Beg me for forgiveness. And as long as you are begging him for forgiveness, that will fuel the echo, the self-worship of this filthy, stupid, satanic God. And then he will feel good. This is Islam. Christianity is totally the opposite. That's why we say Islam is a foolish religion made by a fool. So if a foolish like Muhammad, if a fool like Muhammad fool you, how foolish are you? Islam cannot take a question for a second. The second you start asking questions, Islam collapses. And look here, Mr. Palestine, he says, compete with one another. Well, that's mean everything your prophet, he said, is a lie. Guys, look at this, just to show you how stupid this man is, Muhammad. Thank you, Palestine, for contributing in defeating Islam. Look what Mr. Palestine, he is saying. The Quran says, chapter 5, verse number 48, so compete with one another, doing good. To God you will return, and he will inform you regarding your differences. Okay, but if it's destiny, what compete? I mean, do you see the stupidity? If it's a destiny, how you can compete if it's not your choice? Do you see the stupidity? How I can compete? As you see Adam, okay, tell Adam now. Adam, come on Adam, be better. Don't do that. Don't disobey God. It's what destiny. This is why Islam is a stupid religion. So in one hand he says to you this, and the other hand he says the destiny, you have to believe in it. And as you see the thief, he said to Omar, well, if it was destiny for me, you see Omar did not say to him, this is not what destiny, you stupid. He agreed. He said, you know what, it's destiny for me too, to kill you, to punish you. If you go even read about babies in Islam, babies, children, little infants. According to Muhammad, a baby, he might go to hell. Why? Because it was a destiny. The baby did not commit sin. Even Aisha, she said it clearly. Well, he did not commit sin. He did not even reach the age of sin. So now, can we ask the baby to compete? An infant who just died, he will compete with who? Mr. Furrier is saying, a destiny is known by Allah, but you have a given choice to choose. Give me the proof. I have reference, and Quran is the opposite. You see how Muslims, they lie? You see how Muslims, they lie? We show them reference, they give us speeches. I'm showing you reference. A baby infant, he is from a Muslim family. Muhammad, he went to his funeral. Why he might go to hell? Don't give me speeches. Talk is cheap. Destiny, I'm not asking you if destiny is known by Allah or not. This is not the question. Destiny is the decision made by Allah before he created it to do those things. We're not talking about knowing it or not. And by the way, Allah knows nothing. We prove it from the Quran. So when the hadith says a child, he is an infant, he never reached the age, he's too young to commit sin, to do evil. And this is sahih. And then Muhammad, he says, Aisha, peradventure, it might be the other way, which means might go to hell. For Allah, when he created people, he created them in the backbone of their fathers. He decided who will go to heaven, who will go to hell. Do you see it? Destiny. So this is a baby child who never commits sin. He never reached the age of sin. What the Muslims do to refute us? They give us speeches. We give them reference. Look like your prophet do not know what destiny is, and you Muslims, you know better. Look like your prophet is an idiot of the village, and you Muslim knows Islam better. He never reached the age of committing sin. Do you see it? Muhammad did not say, no, he is old enough to commit sin. He agreed. He did not reach the age of sin. But still, he said to her, he's upset. He said, you should not say that. It might be otherwise. So what does this have to do with knowledge? This is about destiny. Allah decide the baby will go to hell or to heaven. So not every baby he died, he will go to heaven in Islam, because Allah, he decide for him where he will go when he created him. There's no deeds. What the bad deed he did? There's no good deed, there's no bad deed. He's an infant. Correct, guys? This baby infant, he have no good deed, he have no bad deeds. And he did not choose to die. Like he did not commit suicide, he put a knife in his stomach and he killed himself to say he's guilty. So he's a child, he's a baby, he's an infant, he never reached the age of sin. Yet it might be there to go to heaven, it might be there to go to hell. So when a Muslim, he says this is what destiny is, Allah is knowing, this is not about knowing, this is Allah, he wrote destiny for you. Allah wrote for you the direction where you will go. So stop lying to yourself, Abdul. It's an embarrassing. Who is a Muslim when I call me to talk about destiny and prove me wrong? From those who are posting comments. Who is going to get his prophet busted? Adam's sin was a destiny. The child's sin is a destiny. The thief in the video of Omar is a destiny. All of it is a destiny. Even when you have fornication, it was destiny. Do you know that when you fornicate, you did not choose to fornicate? This is your prophet saying that. Verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery, which a man will indulge in which he of necessity. Do you see necessity? Necessity must commit. Allah, he wrote it for you. You have to do it. So why a person will be punished for bad deeds if it was a necessity to commit and it was a destiny? And they keep posting for you verses contradict what Muhammad said. And this is what we are saying. Muhammad, he said, if this is a book made by other than Allah, you will find within it a lot of contradiction. Thank you very much. And you know, just to show you how stupid Muhammad is, the one who keeps screaming that you have to believe in destiny, to believe in destiny, we find that when Musa's Allah decided to take his soul, he sent him the angel of death. What Musa did? He boxed him. Abu Hurairah reported from the Messenger of Allah, reported from blah 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 blah, says that it says here, and look here, by the way, the chapter or the verses of Moses, peace be upon him. Abu Hurairah reported, respond to the angel of death, he came to Moses. The Prophet Muhammad said, the angel of death came to Moses, and he said to him, respond to the call of Allah, by between two brackets, i.e. prepare for death. Moses, peace be upon him, gave him a blow in the eye. And what the heck? Moses did blow the eye of the angel of the... I thought it's a destiny, and when Allah, he decide for you to die, Allah, he said, be is going to be. It turned to be, no. It turned to be... This video is... It turned to be that it can be the opposite. Let us see... let us see, actually, I will show you a better movie about it. You know. A better movie, hold on. Because now maybe it's not clear for you. the story. Just trying to find you the movie which is explaining the story here. Ah, here we go. Watch this movie so you can understand the story better, my friend. It comes with details, and the director, he did a good job.
Hello, Habibis. My name is Moses Moshe. This is my boxing gloves, and this is my story.
Abu Hurairah reported that Allah Messenger having said that the angel of death came to Moses and he said, respond to the call of nature, Aka Allah, i.e. be prepared for death. You see, the Muslim explained to you because you are slow. MashaAllah. Moses, peace be upon him, said, he did not say, this guy didn't talk. This is what I like about Moses. You know, like in the movies, you know, like you say, do you know what you are talking? Do you know you are talking to who? Moses, he don't waste his time right away. He gave the angel a blow at the eye. No talk, no discussion, nothing. Like he didn't even explain why. I mean, look how embarrassing you are. The angel of death sent by Allah to take the life of Moshe, and what Moshe do? He beat the hell of you. And here you see not only the story is so stupid, but this means Moshe, he can stand against the will of Allah. And what they call fate is a joke, because the guy, he refused to die. Now we knew why the Jews, they are victorious. I mean, look at this guy. He did beat even the angel of Allah, a Jew. And you are wondering why the Arab, all of them, and all the Muslim cannot win against Israel? If the angel of death, and look what happened. Hold on. The story is getting even better. Look. So he gave him a blow at the eye, and the angel of death, and he knocked it out. Like, poing, poing. Like, what the heck? You see, I understand that he did give a blow to the eye of the angel. But to knock it out, that is a different story. How in the world, how powerful this box, man? Brother, who can come with a story like this save Prophet Muhammad? Actually, this story should be told in a different way. So the Prophet, he said to them, the angel of death came to the Prophet Moses, and he said to him, I will take your life. Moses looks up. He did not like it. He's losing his patience. Bruh. What the heck is that? When Moses looked up, and Moses don't look up too much. You have no idea. Moses look again. The stupid angel did not go leave. It was the last warning. And Moses stood up. Moses stood up, and he looked, and fire coming from his eyes. Moses, I said to him, Moses, please. Moses is boiling. I said, Moses, listen to me. Moses not listening. I said, Moses, don't. Moses did not listen. after all the advice I gave him, Musa's don't listen. He walk one step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps. Musa stood up, walked all the steps, and he punched the angel on his eye. The end.
Shalom Aleichem. You win. Evenu Shalom Aleichem. Evenu Shalom.
Oh, sorry, my microphone was muted. Sorry for that. Yeah, I was saying, if you want to subscribe to our friend brother Sheikh Umad, you can go to his channel. It's my mistake, you know. I was drinking water, and I don't want you to hear me drinking water, so I muted the microphone. Anyway, so as you see, this is how silly this stupid this religion is. Nothing there is godly. It's just a silly, stupid idea that you are a person who is created. You are programmed like an insect, you know, like bees. They do what bees do. You do not need to teach the bees the skills. That right away, she is coming from the egg. She is a bee. Do what the bees do. There's no skills. There's no training. There's nothing needed. It's a destiny. It is written for you. You are just like a machine, programmed machine. And then this God, he will send you to the junkyard, for he wrote your destiny that you will be in the junkyard. That's why we laugh at this religion, and we consider it the most evil, stupid cult ever, you know, exist, deceiving hundreds of millions of people. So wake up, people. As you see, Muhammad is a fool. And if you are a sheikh, and this is an open challenge to all sheikhs, if you dare to debate me, or what you need to do, just text me on Skype. Actually, somebody sent me an account of a sheikh, and we could try to contact him, but looked like he is not online. We already tried to call him. His name is Ramadan Kauraya Kagu. I don't know which country is that. Let's try to call him one more time. Sheikh in pink. All the sheikhs, they were pink. Like Mimi Hijab, he were pink. Can you believe it? Pinky. Pinky religion. Yeah. What a sheikh. At least he's wearing a t-shirt. Do we have any Muslim? Mayday, last call. Do we have any Muslim? Last call. Any Muhammadan? Last call. Who is a proud Muslim from those who are posting text instead of texting? Why you don't call me? Is it from Kenya? No, wonderful. I love African people. Sahih al-Bukhari. What I would do with it? Why you keep posting for me a number of a link? Of a number of a... I am a Muslim. We have a Muslim. Hold on. Let us see. Hello? 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 Are you going to talk? Yes, my friend, you are live on air. You are a Muslim, right? Hello? Do you hear me?
Hello?
Do you hear me? Mute YouTube. Focus in Skype. This guy, he don't hear me. Let us call him again. While calling him, I truly hate the ring of Skype. It is ugly, annoying, strong. I know you heard him saying hello. I heard him too, but he did not hear me. And now he is not answering. Let us try again. Last time. Answer, I'm calling you. No, he's not answering. Hello? Hello? Do you hear me now? Hello? But obviously he is playing games because even if he don't hear me, he will say hello from his side. Yeah, let's go. I have time for kids. Okay. Let's see if we have any more Abdul left in the bushes. I don't see any Abdul. All is gone. They are gone with the wind. You know, people, they send messages asking where we can find a Christian Prince. I don't know. People are weird. We have a link for patreon.com in every video. And then you ask where we can find your channel. Go to Patreon. Don't even make a donation. They are, you know, they think if they go to the Patreon, they will have to make a donation, you know, because they are cheap. Cheapo. Go there. Don't make a donation. Don't even make an account. Just click at the video. The last video I have it, you will know where I am. Where we can find you. So what this link is there in this, it's like somebody putting an address for you and you ask yourself where I'm going to find him. See, you know, very weird. Do we have any brave Muslim? He think Islam is a religion. Even Islam is not even a religion. Islam is a shish kebab. It's a collection of hummus. Hummus is delicious. Islam is not. Any Muslim? The only one who call us is Safaras, whatever his name. And each time we show him something very, very stupid about his religion, he says, this is not important. This isn't important. Anything is embarrassing is not important. It is important. People change their belief because of those things. All right? So anyway, I hope that we have a good time together today. And feel free to download my videos. As you know, I don't keep my videos in my channel. So you can subscribe to other channels which downloading my videos. And there's many of them. But still, they are not my channel. They are just to watch a previous video I made. I don't keep my videos because YouTube target me, as you know. For me is to deliver the message, to show you how to debate Muslims. You know, debating Muslims is not the same as debating other people. You have to be firm with knowledge. You have to be very confident. And you have to be fast. This is what debate is about, actually. If your brain is slow, and it might be, I mean, it's not your fault. You know, debate is a gift. It's not for everybody. So you have to be fast. You have to be a person who can, you know, connect the dots. And you can use what the guy he just said to you against what he said to you. As simple as that. And this is why the Muslims, they fear talking to me. Because I use what they say against them. It's like somebody throwing arrows at your home. And you don't have any arrows yet. Because your arrows will not function with them. They are immune somehow. They've been told lies about Jesus. So what do? You wait until they throw all their arrows. And you collect them. And you throw them back. And this is what we do. We use the arrow of Islam to destroy Islam. And this is why Muslims, they fear speaking to me. They cannot deny it. They cannot say it's not valid. They cannot say it's corrupted. They cannot say it's not true. For those are stories written in their books. And actually, they start saying it's not true. You notice that Muslims now, they are trying to change Islam. Trying to change everything is embarrassment to Islam. But it's too late. You've been exposed. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. And I will see you soon again. Download the video, subscribe, share, and you know, feel free to join us in Patreon in case you care to support. God bless you. Christ is Lord. Islam is a fraud, and we prove it every day. Take care.
I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.